Hello, my name is Kathy. I live in beautiful Jamaica, and on this video I'm going to talk about the thing that you can control, which is your attitude and your action. So thank you for joining me today. I'm here in beautiful Jamaica. My name is Kathy Lo-Pinto. I'm into network marketing for the last 3 years. I'm French, so that's why you hear my accent. So I've been doing entrepreneurship for a long time. We had a few companies with my husband, but only 3 years ago I decided to go to network marketing. So we're going to talk about today the thing that you can control, your attitude and your action. So I'm going to give you a few tips how to control your action and your attitude, because when you're in network marketing, your outcome, the clients are going to bring in your company, all the results is not something that you can control. And that is sometimes the thing that you are too attached, that is not going to help you with your network marketing, because you're going to be discouraged if you don't get results, that you're going to be discouraged if you don't have people joining you. So that is something that is out of your control, but what you can control are your actions. So today I'm going to give you 6 tips about the actions that you can do. So first, before I start with the tips, you have to brand yourself. You cannot brand your company, you cannot brand your product. You have to brand yourself, because you don't know what's going to happen. You might not stay with the company, you might not like the product anymore, or something is going to happen. You don't know, and branding yourself is very important. So you need to make sure that you always post something great, and it's what I always say. It's better to have quality posts than quantity. Put maybe 1 or 2 or 3 posts on your Facebook, for example, because don't put 5 or 6 with the link everywhere, with the company everywhere. Try to get your post and put it personal. Don't put only a quote. Put maybe a quote, but do put your personal touch. When you do something about your company, maybe you post about your company, put some curiosity, put something different. Don't only put the link, because that is not going to work out. Think this way: your timeline, your profile, whatever platform you're in, is like your house. You want someone that when comes to you in your house, like your house, and see your house as a nice, cozy, welcoming house. And it's the same thing for your profile. Your profile has to be welcoming, has to be positive. Don't put any negativity. You don't need to talk about the news or what's going on in life. I mean, something maybe that is with your company, with your project. For example, when I talk about different things that's happening on the health news, but I'm not going to talk about politics or religion or this kind of thing that can maybe upset people. So that is something you can control. Your profile is you. You want maybe having new followers when they go to your profile, that they see you as an expert, that they see you as someone that has engagement, because what you're bringing is value. Okay, that is something that you can control, your actions and what you do. So always put quality post instead of quantity, because I see people with maybe putting 5-10 posts but only the links, so that is not great. Use a proper platform model as well. If you're on Instagram, put some hashtags. If you're on Facebook, don't put millions of hashtags. Twitter is the same. You cannot use the same post and put it everywhere. You have to make sure that you are doing the right way. So that is something that you can control, your action. So here are my 6 tips. So my first tip is post everything that goes towards your goal. If, for example, you are in health industry, do the post around your health, the health industry. It doesn't have to be about your product all the time. So make sure that you are giving enough value on your post and that you're going to get some likes, you're going to get some comments, you're going to get some people sharing your post, and that is how you're going to see that you're growing. If you have maybe 1 or 2 likes and that's it, no other engagement, you have to change. That is, maybe it's not something that maybe you don't repost on your quote, maybe you post something that doesn't bring value. So you need to bring value all the time. And what I said earlier, quality, even if only 1 post a day, but it has to be quality post, okay? You want to have engagement on that post, and that is how you're going to get more followers, and that is how the algorithm on Facebook is going to put your post on top, and more people are going to see it. If you have only 1 or 2 likes, not a lot of people are going to see it. That's why it's very important to be doing a lot of engagement, and that's how to be your routine. You need to engage in other people's timeline to get engagement also. So if you want to talk more about engagement, reach out to me. We have an engagement group also that we are all helping each other. So get back to me for that. So that was my tip number 1. My tip number 2, and that is something that you can control, is how much you're learning every day. You need to do a training every single day. For example, I have a training every day, 20 minutes, and that is how I grow. That is something I learn every single day with an action step, which is great. So that is something I do every day. Self-development is the same thing. I was reading a book from Les Brown, and he was saying that we have to read at least 30 pages every day, doing this routine, having these habits, because we're always, once you start doing a habit, when you start doing something, you are keeping it doing it, especially after 21 days or months. That will be into your routine. So try to read every day. If you cannot read, you can listen to a podcast. For example, when you go to work, you can put a podcast on audio in your car. So don't waste time. Especially if you are doing network marketing and it's not your full time, and you're working full time and you're trying to change something in your life, do that. Use for example, your drive to go to work, or if you're in the train, put your earphone and then be able to listen to this podcast or audio, whatever it is that works for you. Read a book. Okay, very important to learn something new every day. So that was my tip number 2, and my tip number 3 is surround yourself with positive people. That is something you can control, your environment. You cannot control people going to your timeline, your followers, but you can control the people around you that surround yourself. So if you are, and I always say you are the average of the 5 people you are spending more time with. So what you need is, if you have negative people, so some people you cannot really, if it's your family or friends of your maybe spouse or whatever, you cannot change that. But you can change the people you want to work with. If you have people negative around you that you cannot push aside, just talk about the weather or something very, don't elaborate on anything you're doing. No point of talking about your dream. No point of talking about what you want to do. So just let it go, and just don't get frustrated. That is something that you shouldn't, is taking objections personal. Okay, keep up with your posture. If you want to change something in your life, if you decided to go with these companies because you believe in the project, because I always say be the product of the project. Always, and so what I say when I start a new project or when I decide to do something different, I always try for at least 10 days, and after I can talk about what it does for me. So it doesn't have to be also, like for example, I'm in health industry. I have my project with my company, but I always do something different. Like I take Irish moss, so I talk about it. It doesn't have to be only about project. Because you are in one type of industry, you have a wide range of things you can talk about. So your post doesn't have to be only about your company and your project, but you can talk about everything around. And that is why it's very important that you surround yourself with the right people, because they're going to give you ideas. They're going to maybe tell you what you should do, what you can do. So surround yourself with the right person. and just leave negativity. Don't take it personal, and not everybody will like you, will like your products. So that is a fact. We have all have different point of view, and just don't get too upset when that happens. That is something that you cannot control, but don't elaborate and don't be frustrated. That is something that you can control. Okay, so my next tip is use a step backs or your little challenges as a learning process. You see, I never said problem. We don't have problem. We have little step backs and we can find a solution. That is your job, to find a solution. You cannot control what's happening. For example, my company had closed down a few countries and I had some team in the other country, and that is something I couldn't change. I couldn't really control because the company decided to close, and because they had regulations and this and that. So what you do now is I focus more on the countries that is open, and I talked to my team, and they had we kind of find a new solution so they can wait until the product is back to their country. But you have if you have the will to find a solution, you will find something. If you feel bad and you feel desperate and you tell your team it's the end of the world, well, that is not keeping your posture, okay? Keep your posture. You can always find a solution. You can always, maybe they can wait, maybe they can find another product. If they like the company, they want to work with you, they will stick with you. And that's why it's so important that you brand yourself, because people join people. People join who they want to be with. They don't want to join the company. So that is something that you can control, is how to find a solution. For example, why I'm redoing all these videos, because my YouTube channel had been shut down. I could have just said, okay, that's it. I'm done with network marketing. I'm not going to do any more videos. The fact that they closed down my YouTube channel, maybe it's a way for me to redo videos and do it better and impacting more people. And I'm telling my story, and that will impact other people to believe that they can redo everything. So everything that happens in your life, think it as a positive way. Don't think that the negative way. We all have problems, even the top earners, people that are 6, 7, 8 figures, they are all had their own challenges. I'm following Ray Hindon, and he was doing a video every single day for years, and he didn't have much results at the start, but that's how he grew, and that's how he did what he's doing now. So nothing happened overnight. You have to be patient, and that is something you can control. What you're doing every single day, you can control your daily action, your daily activity goals, what you want to do every single day, what you can do every week, what you can do every month. Write everything down, and that is what you can control. So use these step backs to help you, moving forward, and maybe change your routine if maybe something is not working for you. So my next tip is don't expect results, because if you expect too much, the outcome, the results is going to put you, you're not going to feel great because it's not happening fast enough. Just know that you have to take action. You have to take your prospecting every single day, put a number, and even if you don't go to bed before you finish prospecting, for example, but do that. Put in your mindset that you want to achieve, and it might take maybe 2, 3, 4 years, but at the end it's going to be worth it because it's something you want to do, and you're going to prove other people wrong also, and that should boost you instead of bringing you down. Okay, so always think that you can control your activities, you can control your action, you can control your attitude. You cannot control everything else. You cannot control what people are going to think. You cannot control the amount of people that are going to have joining your company. You cannot control some stuff that, or maybe you might get sick for a week and you might not be able to do what you want to do. Learn from it, work around it, and but taking action is definitely something that you can control. So on my 6th tip, the last one is to say thank you. Okay, maybe you're going to say, why should I say thank you to people that are negative? You have to realize that you have to be grateful with people around you. These people, these negative people, or even your sponsor, the person that put you maybe doing network marketing the first time and maybe disappeared or didn't tell you the right way to do network marketing, and I'm going to tell you my story after, is they were here at one time in your life for one reason. And I always say everything happened for a reason, and you're meeting people for a reason. So I'm going to tell you my story. When I moved to Jamaica. So when we were in Europe, we had our own companies. We had a wine company, an IT company, and my beautician. So everything was working well. We had to leave because recession hit us. So that is another story. But when we moved to Jamaica, I wasn't able to work, and I had to leave everybody behind. I had to leave even my daughter behind. So it had been a hard time for me, and I couldn't see myself not doing anything. I always had this entrepreneurship, my life in my blood. So this person introduced me to network marketing, and I was so happy at the start. But then I realized that this person wasn't really doing the right way. We were spamming, we were changing companies every 6 months. It wasn't the right way, and I kind of felt that it wasn't maybe for me. I didn't work. But then I look out there and I saw attraction marketing, and I did get a training, and I did invest into my training, and I spent hours training and see that it was for me, but not I wasn't doing the right way because I didn't have anybody guiding me. So now, having said that, when I was frustrated at the start, I didn't like him. I was very upset. But what Ray Hingdon, because I'm training with him also, was saying is, without this person, I would have never seen any network marketing. I would have never do what I'm doing right now and doing my passion. So even if there were negative people in your life, it's still helping me to push myself and to do what I want to do. So what you can do, and that can be an action step you can do, is go and reach out people that maybe introduced you to network marketing, or people that were negative and didn't really believe in you, but write a little note. You don't have to tell them that you're writing for that, but just say, look, thank you for introducing me to network marketing. I know we didn't work out, but thank you, because now I'm really doing what I like doing. So you see, this way it's your posture, and who knows, maybe the negative person, or this person is going to get back to you. And for example, my mentor at the time said, look, I knew you had it in your blood, I knew you would be good at it, and I saw something in you, and I'm very happy that it's working for you. The thing is, when you say thank you even to negative people, it will show you your posture. It will show you how you grow and how happy you are, and what you're doing is the right thing for you. So always say thank you for positive people and negative people. And when people engage with you on your timeline, always say thank you. And that is how you're going to grow your followers, because you are a grateful person. So that is something that you can control, how you're going to behave, your behavior. So when, for example, you have to do your routine, so I'm going to go back. So I gave you my 6 tips. Now I'm going to give you a resume of how you have to do. You need to do your routine. In your routine, read every day, get a new training, learn something new, prospect. That should be at least 70 to 80% of your time. Engage with people. You want to have people engaging your profile, you have to engage back. You cannot be selfish and think that you're going to put a post and hoping that everybody's going to engage on your post. Bring value, always value, and believe in what you're doing. That is this type of action that you can take that will bring you towards your goal. If you think that you can post once a week and having massive impact, it's not going to happen. So always take massive action. Believe in what you're doing. Don't listen to this naysayer, but don't be too rude. Keep your posture. Okay, that is very important. And then just be the product of your product, love what you're doing, keep faith, and smile, and always be grateful with people around you. We always meet someone, and that's how I got my skincare line. I met this person, and I mean, it was out of the blue, and we were good friend. We became good friend, and that's how I have my own skincare line. So you don't know who you're going to meet. So that's why it's very important that you keep posture, that you keep taking action, because that's how you're going to grow in your business. All right. So I hope this video helped you. If you want to get back to me, I put on my videos the different mediums, so you can, I'm more on Facebook, that is my main platform. You can always get back to me on Messenger, for example, and I'll be happy to show you what I'm doing, what type of training I did, and what helped me to follow the law of attraction and attraction marketing, and not spamming everybody. And that is how I did, and that's how I can give you some books to read also, whatever. You can listen to podcasts to help you for your self-development. So there are different ways, and it's great to communicate. It's great to even ask for help. So that is something that you can control. You can control how you're going to ask for help, and that is something that you should do. Because at the start I didn't know what to do, and that is another story. But I was always trying to find a way myself. I never asked for help, and that's why having a community around you is very important, because you can maybe look for something for hours, or trying to do videos for hours, and you get frustrated and doesn't work, and you're wasting time. Being in a community, being surrounded with the right people will help you to find a solution faster. So, and this way you'll be able to grow into your business and have a profitable business. So my question to you today is, what are you ready to give up? What are you ready to change in your life? And what is your routine? So get back to me. You can leave a comment on this video. I'm going to put this video on my blog, so you can leave me a comment, and I'll be happy to connect with you. Thank you, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye.